All right, so you've been digging into this whole manifestation thing, and we're going to like really unpack it with this article you sent.
Yeah.
Called The Pros and Cons of Manifestation, a comprehensive list. From Power of Manifest. We're going to see if we can separate like fact from fiction. Is this just wishful thinking, or is it something more powerful? Have you ever heard of Jim Carrey?
Oh, yeah.
He actually wrote himself a $10 million check.
Yeah.
Years before he like made it big, visualizing his future success.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a classic manifestation story. But just to like rewind for a second, at its core, manifestation is this belief that your thoughts have energy and they can really shape your reality.
Okay, so it's like, I'm thinking it, instead the universe is listening.
You got it. And all those techniques like visualization, affirmations, and gratitude, those are like turning up the volume on those thoughts.
Okay, so there are actual techniques you can use. It's not just thinking positive thoughts. The article breaks down a lot of benefits, like focusing on positive outcomes. That one seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
But it also talks about mental health benefits.
Yeah, there's research on this. Studies show that gratitude journaling can actually reduce cortisol levels.
Cortisol, that's the stress hormone, right?
Yeah.
So focusing on what we're grateful for impacts us physically too.
Exactly. And it goes deeper than that. Visualizing success primes your brain for it. And when you believe in yourself more, you take more action.
So it's like a positive feedback loop. That makes sense. That's probably how people manifest abundance and success, like the article talks about. But is there a risk of getting too focused on material things?
Yeah. That's where the cons come in. You have to be mindful of that. The article warns against fixating on possessions and neglecting things like relationships and personal growth.
It's all about balance. Like you can't just manifest a sports car and expect everything to be perfect.
Right. Material things can be a part of a good life, but they shouldn't be everything. That actually leads into another downside the article mentions: unrealistic expectations.
Oh, yeah. You can't just manifest $1 million overnight.
Exactly. You need to be grounded in reality. Setting impossible goals will lead to disappointment. And you need to be accountable. You can't just rely on manifestation. You have to put in the work.
So it's not just a magic wand. You have to do your part. It's interesting, the article also brings up mental health. That seems counterintuitive. Wouldn't thinking positive be good for you?
It can be, but there's a flip side. If you rely too much on manifestation and things don't work out, you could end up blaming yourself. Like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like you're setting yourself up for disappointment.
And there's also something called negative manifestation.
Negative manifestation.
It's when you focus too much on your fears and worries, and you end up attracting those negative experiences.
Oh, wow. So our thoughts can shape reality in both good and bad ways. That makes it even more important to use this power the right way. What tips does the article have for us?
Well, it starts with setting realistic goals. Break down your big goals into smaller steps.
Like instead of, I want to be a millionaire, you'd say, I'm going to save $50 more every week.
Exactly. Small steps are less overwhelming and keep you motivated. And of course, action is key.
Right. So don't just sit on the couch visualizing a new job. Get out there and update your resume.
You got it. And this is where things get interesting. Visualization techniques.
Oh, yeah. I love this part.
The article says to create vivid mental pictures, engage all your senses, and use positive language. But most importantly, you have to feel the emotions. Like you've already achieved your goal.
So don't just see yourself in the new job. Feel the excitement of being there.
Exactly. It makes it more real. The article also emphasizes gratitude and positivity.
Yeah, when you focus on what you have, you attract more good things.
Exactly. Gratitude is like sending out a signal of abundance.
So it's about appreciating what you have, not just getting what you want. That's a great takeaway.
It's a powerful shift in perspective. And it can make you happier overall.
So we've talked about like the theory of manifestation, but what about like real life examples? Does this stuff actually work?
Absolutely. And it's not just about manifesting a new car or like a bigger house. People use these techniques for all sorts of things. Career success, relationships, even health improvements.
Okay, let's break those down. Let's start with career success. Like imagine someone stuck in a dead-end job. They're dreaming of their dream career. Can they actually manifest their way out of that?
Well, it's not about magic, but about aligning your actions with a clear vision. Like Oprah Winfrey, she visualized herself as a successful talk show host long before it happened. But she also worked hard and took steps to make it happen.
So it's like the universe opens doors for you.
Yeah.
But you have to be ready to walk through them.
Exactly. It could be subtle things like you start networking with people in your field. Or you take a course to learn new skills, and then suddenly a job opportunity pops up. That's perfect for you.
Okay, that's pretty cool. What about relationships? Can you really manifest your soulmate?
Well, it's not like you're conjuring up a specific person. It's more about focusing on the qualities you want in a partner and being open to that kind of relationship coming into your life.
Okay, but how do you manifest a quality like kindness in a partner?
It's about setting an intention and embodying those qualities yourself. Be the kind of person who would attract that kind of partner, and visualize the relationship you want, the connection, the shared values.
So you're attracting the right energy.
Exactly. Attracting, not chasing.
Okay, how about health and well-being? Can you really manifest good health? That one seems tricky. What if someone has a serious illness? Is it right to tell them to just manifest their way to health?
That's a really important point. Manifestation shouldn't replace medical treatment. It's more of a complementary practice.
So it's about creating a positive mindset. That can help with healing.
Exactly. Visualize yourself as healthy. Use affirmations to boost your belief in your body. Those things can be powerful.
But what about people who are skeptical about manifestation? Like they think it's all just wishful thinking.
Well, there's not a ton of scientific evidence to prove how it works, but some people point to quantum physics.
Quantum physics.
Yeah. It suggests that our thoughts can actually influence matter.
Whoa, hold on.
Basically, it says we're not just passive observers, we're active participants in creating our reality.
So we're all connected, and our thoughts are like ripples in the universe.
You got it. It's a pretty mind-blowing concept.
Yeah, I could see why some people think it's a little out there, but it's also kind of empowering. Like, we have more control than we realize.
That's the beauty of it. It's about taking responsibility for your own life. But like anything powerful, there can be downsides.
Right. Like that whole blame the victim thing. If you're poor, it's because you didn't manifest wealth.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not the point. We have to acknowledge that there are systemic issues that impact people's lives. It's not about blaming individuals, but giving them tools to create change.
So manifestation isn't a magic solution. It's a tool that needs to be used responsibly.
Exactly. And it's important to be aware of potential manipulation. Some people might try to use manifestation for bad reasons.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so we've covered the practical side of manifestation, the science, the criticisms, but there's another layer here, right? The spiritual dimension.
That's right. In a lot of ways, manifestation is a spiritual practice, drawing on ancient wisdom traditions.
All right, let's get spiritual. So we've been talking about manifestation as this practical tool, but you're saying it has roots in like ancient traditions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can trace the idea of manifestation back through history, like in ancient Hermetic teachings, and Eastern philosophies like karma and the law of attraction.
So it's not just like a new age self-help thing?
No, not at all. The idea that thoughts shape reality is ancient.
Okay, I see that. But how does this connect to like actual spiritual practices? Are there techniques people have been using for thousands of years?
Well, you could say that prayer and meditation are forms of manifestation.
Really?
Yeah, think about it. Prayer is focusing your intention and asking for help from something bigger than yourself. And meditation clears your mind and makes you more open to receiving.
So when people pray for healing or for something to change in their life, that's manifestation.
Yeah, in a way, they're setting an intention and focusing their energy.
And what about visualization? We've talked about that as a manifestation technique. Does that have a spiritual connection too?
Definitely. A lot of spiritual traditions use visualization to connect with higher realms, to get guidance, even to heal from past trauma.
So it's not just about picturing what you want. It's a tool for deeper spiritual growth.
Right. It can be used on many different levels.
What about that idea of interconnectedness? We talked about it with the quantum physics stuff.
A lot of spiritual traditions believe we're all connected, like we're part of a larger consciousness. And our thoughts and actions have an impact on everything.
So we're all shaping reality together.
Exactly. It's a powerful thought.
Yeah, it really makes you think. So manifestation isn't just about personal gain. It's about our connection to something bigger.
Exactly. It's about aligning your intentions with your values and using your power for good.
So what's the takeaway for someone who's new to manifestation?
Manifestation is a journey. It's about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions, and trusting the process. Approach it with curiosity and openness, and use your power for good.
That's a great way to put it. To all our listeners out there exploring manifestation, remember you are powerful creators. You can shape your reality and manifest a life full of purpose and joy. Never underestimate the power of your thoughts. Let's create a world that reflects our best selves. Until next time, happy manifesting.